Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It is me, your old pal Orpheus, with another adventure here on Orpheus Plays. Hey, birds, how you doing? Hi, how you doing? And as we speak, as time of recording, the asteroid that I talked about in the last episode has now gone up to a 1 in 32 chance, but that's not anything to worry about because today we're going to talk about something that I think you're familiar with. I'm definitely familiar with it, and that is tourists. Yes, tourists and tourism. Oh, God, I have such a tale to tell you, dear viewer. And we will get to that. All right, anyway, so we are in survival mode here in Blade and Sorcery, the best VR game out, in my opinion. And we're going to pick one of 3 implements of doom here, and that's what happens in these waves. I kill things that come out. You know how it goes. Anyway, so let's see here. We'll go with that one right there. The big metal sledge. Uh-oh, what's going on? There we go. Oh, a little bit of lag. That's a good way to start things off with our first traditional slow motion kill of the day. Oh boy, we're going to whack him right in the head. Oh, and then an uppercut. And then we're going to just kind of denut him. Oh, no. Oh, I feel so bad for you. Actually, I don't. Hold on. Come on. There we go. Did I catch him? No, I can't. Anyway, now that we got that taken care of, let's talk about today's topic. So, if you listen to and watch some of my videos, you might have a sense of kind of, I mean, not exactly where I live. I live in the Southwest, you know, and I never hide that. I don't know if I've ever said the state that I'm in, but whatever. Anyway, let's just say I'm close enough to Nevada and California that it's interesting. I can go to Vegas and stuff like that. Anyway, so I'm in a place that has a tourist attraction. And it's, well, okay, so there's a bunch of them, but there's one main tourist attraction here that's very unique for where it is. It's very cool, and it gets a lot of tourists. We're also one of those places that people come to for vacations, and it's like, how do I put this? I used to travel a lot when I was younger. And I mean, when I say a lot, I mean, like, I think I've been to almost every major city in the world. At least once, almost. There are a few places that I haven't been that I want to go still. I want to go see the pyramids. That was something cool to do. Oh, sorry about that, hon. Anyway, so like the pyramids would be cool, but anyway, I've been to a lot of tourist places. Like I've done my episodes on Disney, where I've done that. I've been to places like the tops of mountains that are famous, and to cathedrals that are notable and things like that, right? And there's one thing, and so over my in-laws were in town here over the last few weeks, and we were trying to find stuff to do, and we took a day trip. Oh, I don't know if I should give this. No, this isn't bad. This won't give anything away. It's several hours away, so you know it's within a huge circle somewhere. There's this town somewhere in the Southwest where there are donkeys that roam around this place. It's like this little tiny gold mining town that like no longer mines gold, and so they're trying to figure out what's going on. Well, what happened to my implement of doom? Where'd it go? Anyway, I'll find something else. So this place is like this little town. It's like 4 blocks long, right? This entire town, and it's a bunch of shops and everything on the the stores, and it's kind of like, it looks a little bit like an old west town, you know, like they tried, you know, and I guess a lot of it is kind of stuff that's been there for a while, but you can also tell that they're really playing up on the whole old west thing. Wow. And so, you go through the town, and it's like this, they have a little gunfight thing once in a while, and the little acting shows and stuff, and like where they tell you about the history and everything, and there is not a restaurant in this town that's worth going to, and like, it's like just, there's a main road that goes through, oh, I am so sorry. There's a main road that goes through this town, and so there's still traffic that goes, like regular traffic, people going from one city to another, right? They have to go through this road, and so the city's there, and there's dumb tourists all over the place. We'll get to those in a second, but there's donkeys everywhere. Like, there are these wild donkeys that just hang out in certain parts of the Southwest. And it's amazing because the first time you see them, we were driving to this town, my wife and I, Mrs. Orpheus and I, we were driving to this town, and I'd never been here before. I'd never been to this place. She had with her parents years ago, and so she kind of knew what to expect, of course. And so we're almost to this town, and we're coming around a corner, and there's a bunch of donkeys standing on the side of the road. I'm like, oh no, they're about to attack. They're surrounding us because it's so out of place to see these, big gray donkeys just standing there. And then you get to the town, and they're literally standing all over the place. Like they're in the entrances to some of the stores, like standing there. They're near all the cars. People bring their dogs and stuff, and the dogs are freaking out at them. They're in the middle of the street. They'll just block the street. If they decide to go out into the road, they'll just go out there and hang out. People honk their horns and stuff. The shopkeepers, some of them are like, oh, there's Dolly, or whatever the name of the donkey is. That's right there in front of their store. And some of the other ones, they'll be like, go on, get out of here, get, damn it, go. Like pushing on them and stuff. But, folks, donkeys are something called obstinate, and we all know how stubborn a donkey can be, and that's absolutely true. But anyway, what was really kind of bugging me about this place, the donkeys, I guess, they're props, and people kind of take pictures with them and everything and go up and pet them, and all the shops sell food, like little hay cubes for the donkeys to eat and stuff, and it's kind of like a cross between a petting zoo and like a real zoo, I guess. A petting zoo and a nature conservatory. Whatever. Anyway, so I didn't have a problem really with that. What I had the biggest problem with that I was talking to my wife about is the tourists, right? You're walking along and you're trying to get into the vibe of this old west town, right? And the donkeys create some of that flavor, right? But the problem is, you're trying to do something, and this town, like, they sold the t-shirts in every single store that were essentially the same as all the other t-shirts, and it was all, like, puns about donkeys. So, like, ass puns. So, like, oh, here's the ass family, dumb ass, stupid ass, quiet ass, weird ass. Like, I guess, right? But the more times you start hearing more tourists saying those stupid t-shirt slogans out loud, the more it gets annoying, right? Because we're just walking down the street there, and people are just saying, oh, look, honey, that place is called the Classy Ass. And they just get a good chuckle about it. And then the next tourists that go by say the same thing, and the next ones. And what I had a problem with is just all these I'm gonna say this is so mean. Tune away for 30 seconds if you don't like people being mean, but these are some like really dumb fat tourists, like wearing tiny little clothes that didn't fit, and friggin' like there was this one woman that was wearing a pair of leather pants. Honey, if you can't wear leather pants, please don't wear leather pants.
How about no?
Anyway, now that we're done with that, everyone back from that jump forward. Okay, good. So what I had a problem with is it was such a touristy atmosphere. Like I said, you're trying to get into the spirit of being in an old west mining town, right? And that's cool. There's wood everywhere, and like, you can get some cowboy hats or some rusty piece of junk to put in your yard or whatever. And you're trying to get into it, and you look around, and it's all these people in baseball hats and t-shirts with awful slogans on them, wandering out of a bar after they got drunk or eating a waffle cone, or it's just something like that. Or they got 4 kids with them that are all screaming about how boring it is and wanting to go pet the friggin' donkeys the whole time. It turns it into like this experience that's cheap, right? And that's kind of how it is where I live. This tourist attraction, that was a really, really short round. This tourist attraction that we live in this town with, it's great because it's, natural flavor and it's everything. And when we first moved here, it was like, oh wow, that's here. Oh wow, that's kind of cool and everything. Now it's like anytime we have to go near the damn thing, we're like, oh my god, we have to go over there. The tourists are going to be everywhere. And it's the same thing. The same exact thing. Everybody has to get their picture taken at I think a total of 7 spots in town is the only pictures I've ever seen of this place. Ow! Except for people that take pictures at their hotel and stuff, there's only 7 places in town that ever get their pictures taken, and they're all the same 7 places. And the funny thing is there places that the town has kind of set up for that because they know. So they'll set up a little thing for people to take their picture with over here, and there's one over here, and then a restaurant has a special touristy thing that people get their picture taken with over there. No, literally, if you look up the town, which I'm not going to tell you, but if you were to look up the town, there's people they take the same pictures as everybody else. It's kind of like if you've ever been to the Leaning Tower of Pisa, right? If you've ever been to there or somewhere like the Eiffel Tower, or it's got to be the same thing for the pyramids too, right? If you look at the pyramids, or let's say the Eiffel Tower, although, you know what, the best example I can come up with is the Leaning Tower of Pisa, because if you go there, right, and you go to look at the tower, if you're near it, right, and you're looking up at it, turn around and look. What you will see is all the people behind you taking selfies with the damn tower behind them. And I'm not kidding. What the hell? Where'd that go? I'm not kidding. It's literally every single... There are thousands of people standing there just so they can get their picture taken with this stupid thing in the background. And that's exactly what it is for my town. Because there's this thing, and it's oh, it's that thing. Oh my gosh, everyone knows the thing. Oh gosh, I gotta go get my picture taken near the thing. And oh my gosh. So the thing that bothers me the most about the tourists is they don't care, man. They just do not care about anything going on with you as a local or anything like that. You're either a source of information, which I love this, when I'll be standing in line at the grocery store or something, and you can tell that these people behind me are tourists, right? You can tell, because they're always dressed like a tourist. They're probably wearing some t-shirt from the town itself. Or they're in the bikini with the little beach wrap thing that they wear, when they're not in the water or whatever. I don't even know what those things are for, honestly. I guess they're probably to go into grocery stores and not just have a bikini on. But, they're dressed like that. They'll have cameras or stupid things like that. The one identifier here is the waterproof the waterproof bag. Like the one for your ID and your phone. Every tourist will have one of those hanging around their neck with their giant phone in that thing. So you're standing there in line with them, and they go, oh, are you from around here? And it's oh my god, here it goes. Right. Yes, I'm from around here. Oh, can you tell me where this restaurant is? I guess, or what's a good time? My wife and I are from Minnesota, and we just... Oh, wait, if I'm going to do Minnesota. So my wife and I are from Minnesota, eh? And so, we were looking for a good place to go to have some, to have a few good craft beers, So they, where can we go for this? Where can we go for that? Oh, what's the best time of day to go fishing? What? What do I look like? Oh my god. Do I have visitor center tattooed on my arm or something? As a matter of fact, no. I have a new tattoo on my arm, you might have seen. I didn't mention this for a few episodes anyway. I do have a new tattoo on my arm. It is another Doctor Who one. I will put a picture up right here. Yeah, you like that? That's pretty sweet, huh? Anyway. So, I just hate being the person that everyone asks. I guess it's because I look so nice. I don't know. I try to keep myself looking professional. So maybe that's the problem. I don't know. We'll see. But so I dislike that everything with tourists is so fake? Like, everything to do with tourists is fake. The tourism industry is fake, right? Go to Vegas, okay? And really take a couple of days. If you're staying at a place, right? Take a few days to really get to know someone on the staff. And I mean, like, one of the concierge people. Don't just be like, hey bro, can you get me some tickets to this for free? You know, start talking to them. Ask them about their kids. You know what brought you to Las Vegas? What kind of dreams do you have? What did you come here with another? Just start talking to them, right? 2-3 days in, you'll find out that everything that they have to do is fake. They have to pretend like they're having the best time in the world. And this is a thing that I had when I worked for Disney. When I was a cast member for Disney, as they call their employees, you have to be fake. You always have to smile. There was one of the qualifications was you had to come up with different ways to say hello when they walked in the store. So like, hey there, hi there, ho there, welcome to the Disney store. Oh, hi ho, it's off to the Disney store you go. Stupid stuff like that. It hurt my brain so much to do that. Like, the manager would come up and say, give me 3 ways to say hello when they come into the store. Oh, zippity doo dah, it's a great morning. Stupid things. But the point is of that, you had to smile all the time. You had to be happy all the time. It was forced paid happiness, right? Oh, I'm having such a happy day. And that's the thing about tourism. You'll learn from that concierge that they hate the days when they have to come in and smile and just be so happy around the fake tourists who are there to get stupid experiences and pay way too much money for it. Stuff like that, And that's what kind of bugs me about tourism. It's all fake, man. When I go somewhere now with Mrs. Orpheus, right, we look for things to do that are not touristy things. And it's because I'm not one of those people that likes that level of cheese anymore, right? I don't want to go see like the Paul McCartney revival show by, some imitation or tribute band that's, doing their thing, because it's fake. It's so fake. Half of me wants to see Blue Man Group really bad because it'd be really cool, and I've always loved the idea and their performances that I've seen on YouTube. But I know if I go at this point, 15 years down the line since they started, it's not going to be the most authentic experience, because that little cast of Blue Man Group has been doing that 4 times a day for the last 3 years. And, so for them, it's just another 90 minutes of their day where they just do the same bung thing and they're done. So they don't care about what they're doing. And the audience, the thing that I want to go to it, but I don't, because they interact with the audience. They're one of those shows that gets into the audience and can mess with people and stuff like that. Well, the thing that bothers me about that is the people that get chosen are so like, oh my god, I got to come up here with the Blue Man Group. Oh my god, this magician chose me to break my pocket watcher. It's just it really grinds on me, because they're so happy. But are they happy because they're actually genuinely like a person that's like, oh my gosh, I got chosen for this? Or are they someone that's fake happy because they got chosen by the Blue Man Group during a show that other people are at, right? Is it forced happiness? Or is that tourist going like, okay, I guess I'll play along, and secretly in his head for the rest of his life he'll be, I can't stand that I had to do that dumb crap for that Blue Man Group show? Or is he genuinely like, hey, for me, I don't really know what would happen. Like, I think I would be... Okay, so my normal way, I think I would be just as stoic and like odd as they were. So I think that would match pretty well. But I don't know. That's part of what gets me, though, is like, you see people that are inauthentic everywhere in the tourism industry. Whether it's Disney, whether it's a movie theater chain, whether it's just the local tourist trap near you. Let's say you got the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota, just 20 minutes down the road, and you always see the same group of dumb tourists filtering by to get their stupid picture with it, pick up their keychain with that big ball of twine taped to it, and go to the ball of twine cafe to get their swine burger or some dumb stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you tired of that yet? I'm a little tired of that at this point. And I think maybe it might... Damn it, stop shooting me with electricity. You suck. But I think maybe I'm just a little cynical at this point about where I live. I don't know. I've always kind of grown up near some sort of touristy thing, and I think I'm just getting jaded, honestly. I'm just becoming a crotchety dick as I get older. Anyway, so that's my little blurb about tourism. I don't know. I get going to a place and having a good time, right? If you throw yourself into the experience, you don't have to tell me, oh, Orpheus, why don't you just throw yourself into the experience for a little bit and really get a chance to enjoy it? I do. But for something like, I don't know, Cirque du Soleil, that just seems so disingenuous now. If you're the first person to go see a Cirque du Soleil, a particular show that they just started, and you're like the first 2 or 3 shows that they do, oh, heck yeah, man, that'd be probably sweet. But if you're like, 4 years on and they've been doing that show 4 times a day for 4 years, you know that they don't care. And it just seems a little less special for you when you pay to go to that thing. I don't know, maybe that's me. Anyway, leave your comments in the comments below. How do you feel about tourism? Do you live near somewhere like that where you just keep seeing these endless lines of dum-dums? Anyway, we'll see you next time here on Orpheus Plays. Be good, do good, and treat yourself well because, oh my gosh, because you deserve it. We will see you next. All of us will see you next time. Oh geez, here on Orpheus Plays. Bye.